Okay, there we go. Jump on this thing, man. We're going to do some studying. I'm going to do studying on Tuesday. I am your instructor, Pierre Hui, aka Mr. P. The P is for patience. And today is also for professional barbering, as in we are going to do chapter review tests. I am currently doing properties and disorders of the hair and scalp for my students. It will be loaded in Kajabi for my students and in my OJTs as well. Not OJTs, but well, yeah, for my OJTs as well. So we're gonna do a reset. We're gonna go through these questions, man. We're gonna go live. Josinko, what's good with you, man? Question one. How y'all doing? Question 1 of 35. New hair is produced during what phase? Anagen, catagen, telogen, or pastulin? Pastulin don't make any sense. New hair is produced through the anagen phase. And I will not lie to y'all. I'll tell you if I got it correct or not. And that is correct. Question rationale. The stem cells actively manufacture new keratinized cells in the hair follicle at a rapid rate. This is for the Barber theory test. I know where I'm from, South Carolina, we got one of the worst rates in the country. So one of my things is let's use technology to fight that, okay? And basically, the more familiar you are with this test, the better. And like, I'm just trying to create an environment where you're so familiar that even if you don't know the answer to the question immediately, you can deduce a through process of elimination the best answer. So a lot of this just come from people not studying at all. They don't even crack the book open at all. Okay. All right. Question two. Almost blank percent of men and women show some degree of hair loss by age 35. 10%, 20%, 40%, 50%. 40%. That is correct. Question three. Blank is an oral prescription medication for men only, sold under the brand name Propecia. That is finasteride. The choices are Plugus, Rogaine, finasteride, and minoxidil. Minoxidil is for men and women. Key phrase in this question is oral prescription medication for men only. How y'all doing? Lily Casa, what's happening? 555, what's up? Gary Powell, that actually sounds like a real name. Ghost Rider 154, what's going on? But my guess is finasteride, and it has been scientifically proven to help with hair loss. Now, the thing about it is, once you stop taking it, the hair loss returns. That's the difference between finasteride and minoxidil. And Rogaine is a form of minoxidil. Okay. Question rationale. This drug inhibits the production of 5 alpha reductase, the enzyme that reacts with DHT to cause male pattern baldness. It reacts with it and fights it. A blank is similar to a furuncle, but is larger than a furuncle. That is a carbuncle. And that's easy to remember because of the strange ass word. Question 5. Hair is composed of the same protein that makes up A, nails, B, teeth, C, bones, or D, muscles. The answer is A, nails. Hair is composed chiefly of a protein called keratin, which is present in all horny growths such as nails, claws, and hooves. Question 6. Generally, it is more difficult for hair lighteners, hair colors, waving solutions, and relaxing creams to penetrate what kind of hair? A, curly, B, coarse, C, medium, or D, fine. And let me see something. See if anybody comment on this thing. Okay. Nope. That ain't what I'm looking for. Give me back here. All right. Generally, more difficult for hair lighteners, hair colors, waving solutions, and relaxing creams to penetrate. Coarse hair is my final answer. Coarse hair has the largest diameter and tends to be stronger than fine hair. Question 7. The wave pattern of the hair is described as straight, blank, curly, and extremely curled or coiled. A, wavy, B, intermediate, C, curvy, or D, mixed. The wave pattern of the hair is described as straight, blank, curly and extremely curly, or coiled. Mixed don't make no sense. Intermediate don't make no sense. It's either curvy or wavy. My guess is wavy. Wavy is correct. The wave pattern of the hair refers to the amount of movement in the hair strand. Talk to any wavers, they want their hair wavy. You know what I'm talking about. Question 8. Asian hair is blank, round, square, oval, or flat oval. And what they're asking in the question is, if you took a cross section of the hair, would the cross section be round in shape, square in shape, oval, or flat oval? Okay, first one that don't make any sense in here is square. No hair has a square shape. It don't even make any sense. So that's out. So that leaves round, oval, and flat oval. Well, I know the answer is round because of the texture. Different shapes of the hair provides for different types of textures and densities. Generally speaking, a magnified cross section of an individual hair is elliptical in shape, but fine hair has more of a round shape. Question 9. The blank, also called the pith or marrow of the hair. A, cuticle. B, cortex. C, medulla. Or D, the pilla. Pili, the pilla. My guess is the medulla because it is the center, not the middle layer, which people confuse with the cortex. We're talking about the literal center of the cross section of hair. So, final answer is medulla. That's correct. The medulla is the innermost layer and is sometimes referred to as the pith or marrow of the hair. Question 10. The blank is responsible for the shine and the silkiness of the hair. A, cortex. B, cuticle. C, pili. D, medulla. Did y'all notice how they got the same exact answers as we did for the last one? They just flipped C and D. So, if you know anything about the cross section of hair, you know the cortex is the outside part of the hair, cuticle is the middle layer, medulla is the center, like I said. Pili refers to the within the part that provides the blood and nutrients and all of that good stuff to the hair, where the hair bulb and the dermal papillae and all that stuff is. That's what the pili refers to. That has nothing to do with the shine and silkiness of the hair, so that don't make any sense. All right. So my guess is cuticle because that is the outside layer of the hair. That's what you actually see. The scales that form. If you took a magnified section of the hair shaft, the part that you see, the outside layer of it would be the cuticle layer. So that's my guess. That's an educated guess. Again, that comes with a little bit of studying, being familiar with the concepts that we're studying in this chapter. Cuticle is correct. The question rationale: heat in certain chemical solutions can raise the scales of the cuticle to allow for penetration and absorption into the cortex. Okay. Question 11. Blondes have approximately blank hairs on the head. They have the most at 140,000. The choices are 90,000, 108,000, 110,000, 140,000. Redheads have the least hairs on the head. Blondes have the most at 140,000. And I just remember that one right off. Keyed up, what's happening? I try to say what's up as soon as y'all join, but y'all join in so fast you join back off. That's crazy. But hey, it's TikTok. I love TikTok. Rebrand, what's good? Is that Catley? What's up? Question 12 of 35. Hair growth is influenced by A, shaving, B, trimming, C, singeing, or D, season. Again, let's do our process of elimination. Which answer don't make any sense? Singeing. Hair growth is not influenced by singeing, meaning burning the shit out of the hair. Don't make any sense. Singeing is out of our choices. That leaves shaving, trimming, and season. But I already knew the answer to this question is season. Okay. All right, TikTok, I'm going to end this video for y'all. For my StreamYard folks, Facebook, YouTube, all y'all, we're going to keep going, okay? Give me 1 second to get out of this one, though. And where did they put the button for this shit? Is that it in the top? Yeah. There we go. Okay. That was my experience. It was good. Come out of there. All right. And yeah. Question 13. The lower part of the hair bulb is hollow, fits over and covers the blank. A, follicle, B, sebaceous gland, C, dermal papilla, or D, hair shaft. Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to jump on the Barber School page on Instagram. So let's go here. Bingo. Add live. Okay. There we go. All right. Question 13. Properties and disorders of the hair and scalp. Question 13 to 35. Lower part of the hair bulb, hollow, fits over and covers the what? A, follicle, B, sebaceous gland, C, dermal papilla, or D, hair shaft. Fits over the dermal papilla, which supplies the blood and all that stuff. Okay. It can't fit over and cover the follicle because the follicle is a tube-like pocket. That's how you eliminate that answer. So it only leaves 3. Sebaceous gland is in a different space. Hair shaft doesn't make any sense because that's outside of the dermis region, is outside of the dermal region, outside of the epidermis, outside of all of that. Okay. There we go. All right. So dermal papilla is correct. It is a small cone-shaped elevation at the base of the hair follicle that fits into the hair bulb. Next question. Question 14, 15. Excuse me. Question 14 to 35. Sebum, which is natural oils, natural body oils. Sebum production is not affected by blank diet, blood circulation, emotional disturbances, or location. All right. So that's one of those not questions that I like to call them. So the other 3 do work with the concept. You got to find the one that stands out. Sebum production is affected by diet, is affected by blood circulation, is affected by emotional disturbances. It is not affected by location. If you have a question like that, if you say it the same way that I was saying it, it tends to help you better, because if you read it too fast, you will guess the wrong answer, not because you don't know it, just because you wasn't following the pattern of the question and giving them the answer that they want. And they'll trip you up with some of those questions if you're not careful. Question 15 to 35. When living hair cells form, they begin a journey upward through the follicle where they mature through a process called A, carbonization, B, keratinization, C, cones, or D, medullization. Medullization. All right. First of all, medullization don't make any damn sense. I did not see that term nowhere in the book. Don't make any sense. Cones don't make any sense. That refers to the chemical makeup of the hair. Okay, so that only leaves carbonization and keratinization. If you know anything about keratin and carbon, carbon is a chemical element. Keratin is hard protein which forms the hair. Which one makes more sense if you didn't know? If you didn't know the answer to the question, keratinization, just through the process of elimination that I just did, that's how you arrive at that answer, which is correct. As the newly formed cells mature, they fill up with a fibrous protein called keratin. Question 16. Hair elasticity is an indication of the strength of the blank bonds in the hair. Now, that's the one I don't remember. My guess is cross bonds. That's one of the ones you have to study, period. But my guess is cross bonds. And that's correct. Hair with normal elasticity tends to hold the curl from sets and permanent waves without excessive relaxing of the curl. Next, question 17. Blank hairs lack erector pili muscles. Eyebrow and eyelash. Again, that's the one that I just remember. Period. The erector pili is a minute involuntary muscle fiber in the skin attached to the underside and base of the hair follicle. Question 18. The changes that take place in the hair during chemical services occur within the blank. A, cuticle, B, cortex, C, medulla, or D, pili. The changes that take place in the hair during chemical services. My guess is the cortex. Here's why. The chemicals penetrate the cortex. If they go to the medulla, it's too harsh and it'll break the hair off. So most of the services, you're trying to do something to affect the hair without hurting the hair. Where does that happen? mainly in the cortex. That's the largest layer of the cross section of the hair. It's called the middle layer. It's not the center of the cross section, it is the middle layer, okay, past the cuticle. So my guess is cortex. Pillar doesn't have anything to do with this shit. Cortex is correct. The cortex is the middle layer of the hair, not to be confused with the center of the hair. Question 19. The funnel shaped blank of hair follicles are favorite breeding places for germs. A, mouth. B, bases. C, shafts. Or D, bulbs. My guess is mouths. I just remember seeing that question a zillion times. And think about it. It's funnel shaped. Hey, what's up, Mike? Just doing some quizzing, man. I'm on my other networks too. But if you don't have a chance to see all of this one, because I'm gonna end it on this one, but I'm gonna keep going on my YouTube, Facebook, all that one because I'm on StreamYard. But I'm gonna save this to my IGTV for this page. But question 19 was the funnel-shaped mouths of hair follicles are favorite breeding places for germs. Next question. Question 20 of 35. Pediculosis capitis is the infestation of the hair and scalp with blank. A, ringworm. B, bacteria. C, head lice. Or D, fungus. And again, that's one of those ones where you just got to buckle down and study that one. That's basically head lice. Pediculosis capitis is head lice. Capitis, no cap, cap, usually in the scientific terms, especially for properties and disorders of the hair, skin, hair, and scalp. Cap is usually synonymous with head. But yeah, head lice is correct. The parasites feed on the scalp and cause severe itching. That is pediculosis capitis. 21 of 35. The Greek word for hair is trichos. I just know that one right off from studying. Question 22. Blank hair has a hard, glassy finish because the cuticle scales lie flat against the hair shaft. Blank hair has a hard, glassy finish because the cuticle scales lie flat against the hair shaft. A, coarse. B, medium. C, wiry. Or D, fine. I'm gonna say fine. Coarse does not have a hard, glassy finish. Medium, that leaves wiry and fine. My guess is fine. See what we got. Oh, wiry hair is the correct answer. Look, don't think I don't get these wrong too. I get them wrong too. It usually takes longer to give this type of hair a chemical service. Wiry hair has a hard, glassy finish. I remember that for next time. Question 23. Oxygen makes up blank percent of hair. We talking about cones. So carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, and I forgot what the S stand for. So for maybe I don't remember. I'll look it up in a minute. But oxygen makes up, I want to say 21%. Carbon is 51, and then oxygen, I want to say, is 21. That's correct. Elements in hair, often referred to as the cones elements because their scientific abbreviations, are also found in skin and nails. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna do 24 and 25 on the all even barber school profile, and then I'm gonna finish the rest on my StreamYard. Okay, so all my IG people, two more questions, and then we're gonna wrap this one up for Tuesday. Question 2435. Redheads have approximately blank hairs on the head: 90,000, 108,000, 110,000, or 140,000. Redheads have less hairs on the head, the least out of everybody. Got to do with the uromelanin and pheomelanin count and density and all that good stuff. So the answer is 90,000. That's just one of those ones you have to study. There's no real process of elimination for that question. It's just studying and knowing that answer. The number of hairs on the head varies with the color of the hair. That is the question rationale behind this question. And I really like that feature of the Milady Pro because they do have the question rationales. Only thing, my biggest complaint though, is sometimes the rationales don't match the question. But that's another story for another day. Overall, I like it. Question 25 of 35. Millions of polypeptide chains are cross-linked to form a blank structure. A, spiral. B, ladder-like. C, chain. Or D, coil. That's another one of those ones. Any of those would probably be, if you didn't study it, would be an acceptable answer if you weren't familiar enough with the concept. But I want to say the answer is either spiral or ladder like. My final answer is ladder like, which is correct. A more complex structure is formed when millions of polypeptide chains are cross-linked by three types of side bonds to form a ladder-like structure. All right, all my StreamYard folks, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, y'all hang on. I'm gonna jump out for this. What's up, Mary? You jumped on right when I'm about to jump off, my friend. But I'll be back soon because I got more quizzing and more lives to do today. But let me say hello to you. And I saw your post about the status. Congratulations in candidate status. You are that much closer. I cannot wait until you are accredited. I just want to see all the cool shit that you do. But we definitely gonna celebrate. All good. Talk later. Okay, I will talk to you soon. Okay, have a great day. All right, and we're just gonna share that one. All right, next, y'all. Question 26, my StreamYard folks. Cool. Cool. Let me get it. Okay. Yep. Question 26. Once the end bonds are broken, the hair will fall out. They can be rejoined with special chemicals. They can be easily fixed with water, or there's no way of reforming them. Once them end bonds are broken, there is no way of reforming them. This is just one reason why barbers need to be more aware of the potential structural damage that may occur to the hair as a result of rough treatment or chemical overprocessing. All right, quick word about that. I'm gonna say this again, and I'm gonna stop at one particular sequence of words. This is just one reason why barbers need to be aware of the potential and structural damage that may occur to the hair as a result of rough treatment. What do y'all think rough treatment is? I'm pretty sure y'all know what rough treatment is, right? And if I don't get any comments in 3 seconds, I'm going to tell you number one, what rough treatment could be, okay, for structural damage. That is combing the living hell out of somebody's hair, literally going straight to the root and pulling that shit. You're not detangling when you do it that way. You're not really combing the hair out. You're not really helping anything. When you put that comb in, start at the root with them fine teeth and just pull. You're not helping anything. You are just causing pain and you are causing potential structural damage to the hair. All right. That's a big deal. I might talk about that in a separate video just on its own. Question 27. During blank, endocrine glands are very active. A, childhood, B, adolescence, C, young adulthood, or D, early adulthood. The answer is adolescence. And I just remember that one. Endocrine gland disturbances influence the hair as well as other aspects of health. Next question. Question 28 of 35. Ringed hair is a form of what? Trichoptilosis, nodosa, hypertrichosis, or canites. Now, I don't remember this one. My guess was either trichoptilosis or hypertrichosis. Hypertrichosis is my final answer. Damn, it was canites. And I don't know. Sometimes I get that one right. Sometimes I get it wrong. I'm going to go back in the book and really look that one over. Ringed hair is characterized by alternating bands of gray and pigmented hair throughout the length of the hair strand. Next question. Question 29. Hair follicles blank are a raised portion of the skin. B, may contain more than one hair. C, never contain more than one hair. Or D, do not extend into the dermis. Okay. Do not extend into the dermis. Don't make any damn sense. Okay. Hair follicles are a raised portion of the skin. Do not make any sense. It's only either contain more than one hair, may contain, or never contain more than one hair. The answer is may contain more than one hair. Follicles vary in depth depending on the thickness and location of the skin. Next question. Question 30 or 35. If the hair feels smooth and the cuticle is compact, then it's considered to have blank porosity. If the hair feels smooth and the cuticle is compact, then it's considered to have what kind of porosity? A, poor, B, high, C, medium, or D, average. Average doesn't make sense. Average and medium are about the same if we're talking about porosity. If the hair feels smooth and the cuticle is compact, that's either poor porosity or high porosity. I'm going to say poor porosity because porosity is the ability of the hair to absorb moisture. So I'm influencing my decision off of that. Poor is correct. If you can feel a slight roughness or the imbrications of the cuticle scales, then the hair is porous. If it's not porous, you can't feel that. Otherwise, you're going to feel smooth. The hair will feel smooth. Question 31. Amino acids in hair are joined how? Center to center, end to end, in a circle, or in a diamond shape? In a diamond shape don't make any sense. In a circle is not a good answer. It's either center to center or end to end. End to end is my final answer, which is correct. Each amino acid is joined end to end in a definite order by chemical bonds. Next question. Question 32. There are blank different types of melanin. 2. That's a question you gotta just study, man. Uromelanin and pheomelanin. That are the 2. Natural hair color is the result of the melanin pigment found within the cortex. Like I said, that question rationale doesn't go with the question itself. But there are 2, which is eumelanin and pheomelanin. Those are the 2. Question 33. Blank hair almost never has a medulla, primary terminal, thick, vellus, or secondary terminal. I want to say it's one of the terminals. My guess is going to be secondary terminal. Oh my God, it's vellus hair. See, I always get the terminal hair mixed up with vellus, but we know it's not thick hair. Thick hair definitely has a medulla. So it's vellus hair, Vellus. Vellus or lanugo hair is the short, fine, soft, downy hair found on cheeks, forehead, and nearly all areas of the body. Okay. Question 34. Blank hair replaces some vellus hair after puberty. Well, we know it's not lanugo because lanugo and vellus hair are the same. So that doesn't work. Thick hair is not the same. So now we're dealing with primary terminal, secondary terminal again. And I'm going to guess secondary terminal again. Now we got it that time. Secondary terminal hair is the long hair found on the scalp, beard, chest, back, legs, and pubic area that replaces some vellus hair after puberty. In question 35, light colored hair contains less blank and more blank. It's not sulfur. And I want to say it's between carbon and oxygen in that order, or hydrogen and carbon. But my final guess is going to be hydrogen and carbon. Light colored hair contains less hydrogen and more carbon. It's more carbon, less carbon, more oxygen. And again, I got to study this stuff too. Like I said, don't think I won't be missing these questions too. Like I'll be missing them too. All right. So we're going to finish. Let's see what our grade was though. We still got an 89. Y'all see that? Out of 35 questions, we still got an 89%. I think that's damn good, and that's good enough to pass, don't you? But yep. All right, y'all. I'm going to see y'all next time. Put me back in the picture, just me. Yeah. All right. That was the quiz. I'm going to be putting that one. That's the chapter we just been studying in my all even digital class, which is past the Barber theory. I have quizzes for each chapter in addition to class content, chapter content, all that good stuff. We're going to pass Barber theory. We're going to be completely familiar with the concepts. We are not trying to memorize it. We are trying to be familiar with concepts. All right. I'm going to see y'all soon. I am your instructor, Pierre Hui, aka Mr. P. Y'all have a wonderful Tuesday. Peace.